What's up, everyone? I'm Matthew.scoletti, professional speaker and health coach, and I can't wait to share with you some of the knowledge that I have. I actually just got back from speaking to 550 amazing people in a packed auditorium, and I had to shoot this video right now because of the experience that I had, and I want to help share the knowledge so you can learn how to become a better public speaker. This video, I'm going to talk about the 3 keys to improving your public speaking, and really the 3 keys to public speaking in general. The people that I coach, the people that I talk to, these are the 3 tips and keys I always discuss. I really hope this video helps you out. Please comment, please reach out to me if it does, or if you have other questions, but let's jump right into this thing. Backstory on me. I used to be scared to death of public speaking. Hated it. I couldn't speak in front of 4 people. And when I say I couldn't speak in front of 4 people, I mean I couldn't speak in front of 4 people. I got choked up. My throat got extremely dry. I would often shake visibly, not just kind of slow shaking, visibly shaking. Was not a pretty picture. And as we go through these 3 keys, I'll weave in and out my story of some of the major failures and also some of the major successes. I hope they help. Here we go. Number 1, the number 1 key in public speaking, and really in a lot of things that you'll do in your life. Visualize success. Visualize it. Play it in your head over and over and over and over again. And by the time you get on stage, you're going to feel like, I've already done this before. This is simple. I've done this 47 times up here. Boom. Now I just execute when I'm on stage. Here's why it's powerful. Visualizing is so key to anything. Sports, public speaking, meetings, business, whatever. When I was in 5th grade, let me tell you a little story. I was in 5th grade. I was forced to run for student council. Billy, if you're watching this video, it's your fault. You nominated me to run for student council. I didn't want to do it. I love Billy, good man. He volunteered me to run for student council. I didn't want to do it, but my 5th grade class then voted. There was 4 of us they could vote for. I didn't think I was going to get voted in. I got voted in. I had to give a 1 to 2 minute speech, I think. It was only 5 sentences, the whole speech. I wrote down the whole speech. I printed it out, talked to my mom. She helped me. Thanks, Mom. You helped me through the practicing piece of the speech. The day of the speech comes, and I leave my speech in my locker. I forget it. The speech is right after lunch. My piece of paper is in my locker. I thought, you know what? Forget it. That's okay. I memorized the speech. I'll be fine. I did do fine. In front of 275 people, by the way, in our crowded gymnasium, I got through the first 4 sentences like this. And then the 5th sentence, I blanked. It looked something like this. Must have been 15 seconds. It felt like 15 years. I blanked out. I didn't know what it was. My teacher had to jump in and help me out. It was putting a suggestion box outside of the principal's office. That was my last sentence. Totally forgot it. How does this lump into visualization? This is how. From that point on, I kid you not, I thought about that every time before I got up to deliver a speech. I visualized one of the most embarrassing failures of my life. How do you think a lot of my speeches went after this 5th grade speech? Horribly wrong. Why? Because the sample size was 1. It was 1 speech I had ever given. And I put into my brain up here that I'm not a good public speaker because of 1 incident where if I would have just printed out and brought my speech with me, I probably would have crushed it and been smooth sailing with public speaking. I visualized that failure every time. I don't care if it was 12th grade, if I was a junior in college, or even in the business world. That would haunt me for 15 plus years. Don't do that. Now, what do? Now that I've given over 500 speeches, I focus on and visualize how the next one's going to go, but I also throw in there a lot of my own experiences about how well some of the speeches have gone beforehand. I think of the people laughing. I actually visualize the people laughing and nodding and paying attention and not doing this. That visualization, I promise you, if you visualize before you give any presentation, I don't care how scared you are, it will help you out. It will help you. And not just one time. Visualize it over and over and over again. And use details. Use as much detail as you can. Also, another tip, if you know the venue you're going to be speaking at, visualize the actual venue. Think about that in your mind as you go through it. Eyes closed. Boom, deliver that speech in your mind before you ever deliver it on stage. Number one, huge key to getting better at public speaking. Visualize success before it happens. Number two, in my opinion, probably the most important one. This is where I've learned the most from public speaking. Consistently get out of your comfort zone. It's that simple. The number two key to becoming a better public speaker is consistently get out of that comfort zone. Get ready, because I do some crazy stuff in my life, as my wife knows, to get myself out of my comfort zone. Now, before I talk about that, getting on stage and speaking at different places counts. That's a huge way to get out of your comfort zone. There's no better way than just speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking. And here's the key. It doesn't have to be a formal speech in front of 50 people at your business. You could practice when you get on an elevator. Say something to the people on the elevator. You know how tough it can be sometimes if there's like 6 people crowded into an elevator and nobody wants to say anything. You break the ice. Break the ice. Why? It'll get you out of your comfort zone. Every time you stretch your comfort zone, you get more comfortable in life in general, but you'll get more confident and more comfortable when you're giving that actual speech, whenever that day comes. Practice on everybody. In line at a grocery store, say something. Elevator, say something. Strike up a conversation. The other way to get in front of the most people, in my opinion, is an organization called Toastmasters. This organization has saved my life. I truly mean that. I don't believe I'll ever be a professional speaker without Toastmasters being a part of my life. There's clubs all over the world. It's an organization that is not expensive at all. You join, meetings are typically 2, 3, or 4 times a month. Some of them go once a week. And it's an hour-long meeting. And almost in every meeting, you can at least test or practice your public speaking. The normal speech time in Toastmasters is 5 to 7 minutes, and it just will help you get out of that comfort zone and continuously push you. Another way to do it is take an improv class. Hopefully, if you live near a town or a city, they have an improv class. I've never felt so awkward and out of place than at an improv class. And that's exactly why I did it. Continuously stretch my comfort zone. Keep speaking. Keep getting in front of people. Take an improv class. Here's another way. Karaoke. Karaoke. That's my Lion King, in case you were wondering. Let it go. Let it go. I gotta learn the lyrics. Sorry, all you Frozen fans. I do love Frozen, but I don't know all the lyrics. Karaokeing, for the most part, for most people, will stretch your comfort zone. Give it a shot. I bet there's a karaoke place around you. And by the way, also, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I had those problems many years ago. Karaoke sober. No drinking. Anybody can do it when they're drinking. Karaoke sober. That is my challenge to you. Go out and dance. If you don't like to dance or you've never tried it, go out there and dance. Why are these silly things, you might be laughing right now, they stretch your comfort zone. That's what we're looking to do here, because every time you stretch it, you build confidence, you believe in yourself more, and that's going to ultimately make you a better public speaker. I'll give you another one that's a little out there, but I love to do this. Cold shower. I freeze in the shower every morning for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Why? Do I like to do it? Absolutely not. But it gets me out of my comfort zone. Again, it builds that confidence in myself. I'm like, man, if I can freeze my butt off for a minute in the shower, I can give a speech in front of 35, 40 people, right? Find your best way to stretch your comfort zone and continuously do it. Here's the other thing. When I say consistently, I mean it. I'm talking about getting out of your comfort zone and continuously getting on stage. First time I joined Toastmasters, I joined for 1 year. I gave a few speeches. I thought I knew it. I thought I had it all figured out. Well, once I quit Toastmasters, about 6 months to a year after that, I was just as scared to speak in front of people as I was before I signed up. Make it a habit. Make getting out of your comfort zone and speaking to people and speaking to groups a habit. Give it a shot. Dale Carnegie course, another great way to improve your public speaking skills. Take a community class or community college class in your town, in your city. A lot of them have fear of public speaking or whatever. Take one of those classes. Keep getting out of that comfort zone. Yeah! Whoo! Now I'm warmed up. Number 1 way to get better at public speaking. Key. Visualize success before you even start. Number 2, get out of your comfort zone and keep getting up to speak. Stage time, somebody once said. Number 3, get feedback. Get feedback. One way to get feedback, do this. Videotape yourself. In my opinion, there's no better way and also no more painful way to get feedback than watching yourself on video. I do it often, and it's one of these, oh, I did good there. Oh, that wasn't. You critique yourself. We're our own worst critic, right? Our own toughest critic. But that will help you improve your public speaking. If you're noticing this video, I can feel myself doing it. Part of the Italian in me, I think. I use my hands a lot when I speak, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes I don't use hand gestures at the right time. Sometimes my hands can just kind of like go like this, which you don't want it to be a distraction. I want to use my hand gestures, but make sure it's not a distraction and I'm using them with purpose and not just flailing around like crazy. Feedback. Here's the thing. I beg you, if you're asking for feedback or getting feedback, get feedback from people that are better speakers than you. This is so key for any advice in the world. It's like asking for financial advice from somebody who's broke and in $30,000 of credit card debt. That's the wrong person to ask financial advice from. Same thing with public speaking. Seek out people that can help you because they are better than you. They may do this for a living, like me. Please reach out to me. You see how to get a hold of me on YouTube, any social media, at Matthew.scoletti. I would love to help if you send me video clips. I do this all the time, and I'll critique especially the beginning and the end of a speech, which are 2 crucial times in your speech, beginning and the end. Beginning, you want to hook them in and get them ready to roll. And at the end, you want to make sure you summarize and make sure they remember something when you leave the stage. Keep getting feedback and get feedback from people that are better at speaking than you. Those are the 3 keys right there. I was so excited to shoot this video because I just came off stage and I'm just on a high. I feel so good about it. I'm so blessed. I used to be so horrible at public speaking. I mean, horrible. Not able to get sentences out. No confidence. Hunched over like this. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm nowhere near it. But I'm getting a lot better and I want to continuously improve. If you have other ideas, other keys that we can all learn from, please comment in the comment section. Reach out to me and we'll have a talk about this. Number 1, visualize success before it happens. Number 2, keep getting out of your comfort zone consistently. Keep getting on stage to speak. And number 3, get feedback from somebody who is better than you and or videotape yourself and watch that back to keep improving on that public speaking. I love you all. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more motivation, more fun ideas with public speaking and healthy living and your diet and rest and exercise and getting meaning and purpose in life and an inspiration. I want to keep helping everybody out. That's my goal. That's my purpose. That's my passion and reason for me being on the planet Earth. Thanks again. I love you all. We'll talk soon.